close to popping your projects. Pain driven, itching, drumming. Hey, look how far we coming. Heartbeat on the streets, you can do it. Ain't built for the weekend. Sweet, this sugar.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL is in Houston, in the Space City at NRG Stadium. They do it big here in Houston, and a second ago it was a Texas-sized welcome for their hometown guys. They're fired up and ready to go as they get set to match up with the Houston Texans. And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Now a first down throw, Watson. Flush to his right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about
trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And they'll have a short field to work with inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things
the ball is out. Watson lost it. And this is going to kick out of bounds. Boy, a fortunate bounce or two there. They'll keep possession back inside the 10-yard line. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down. On second down now, it's Jones. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up third and about 6. From the gun, here's Watson. This will be caught just inside the 10. And they're able to stop him short. On 3rd and 6, they'll only pick up 4. It'll be a gain of 4. And that'll bring up 4th down. Now Watson. That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Texans have taken the early lead. Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football, all right? When you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
And the Texans set to come onto the field. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Lamar Miller. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play call to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
They'll go with a draw. Watson hands to Miller, and that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. 4th down, so the Texans dial up the number of their 2nd-year punter, Trevor Daniel, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And they'll be looking to make this a two-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
And he'll get it up. Here this time to the 21.
McKinney on the tackle. Gain of 7.
Now a first carry for Lamar Miller. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
From the 25 on second down, Watson setting up the screen for Miller. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. They go back to the ground now with Miller. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
From just shy of midfield, Watson, he sets up the screen to Jones. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
Watson in the offense going to come up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Out of the shotgun is Jones. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to...
Got a man open. It's Fuller for the Texans touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Texans will extend their lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it's now 14-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Zach Cunningham rolling in to get the sack.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. On first down, Watson. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you...
The ball popped in the air, and intercepted. Benardrick McKinney, the linebacker, picks it.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football. Making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Benardrick McKinney there to make the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
From the 50, it's Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. Big yard.